Hello guys, I'm so excited that I finally have just received my new book, which is Training, Nutrition, Supplementation in Bodybuilding. You can purchase this book on Amazon. In this book, you're going to find basics regarding how to eat, how to work out, and what supplements to use in bodybuilding, and along with my other book, which is already available, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, actually speaks about drug use, which is the improved version of my very first book, The PEDs Used in Sports. Somebody has the whole package of knowledge in order to fulfill his targets. Thank you so far for the positive feedback and the good comments, and I hope you do like it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ask Dr. Testosterone, starring Dr. George Touliatos, brought to you by his books. I've got one, this is the original, Bodybuilding, the Good and the Bad and the Ugly. And as you can see there, Training, Nutrition, and Supplementation in Bodybuilding, brand new one. I should be getting it any day, guys. I'm waiting and waiting. It takes a long time for me to get here from Greece.
Sounds like boat.
A slow boat. All the way from Athens, Greece, Dr. George Touliatos. How are you, doctor?
I'm fine, Aaron. I'm getting bigger. Huh? You see, it's around, how much?
That's,
I don't
know.
18 and a half.
18, I'm going to say 20.
I got back so 6 kilograms in 6 weeks, huh?
Wow. That's it's about 15 pounds?
Yeah, almost, yes.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So you
in 6 weeks. Yeah, muscle memory, eh?
Is that how much you lost, or have you gained even more than you had before?
Yes, we're actually the same, yes.
Okay. I thought maybe
so I'm
you
the
got...
right now, I was in Columbus, but I think I'm fuller now. I'm fuller, yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think the time off from training probably helped you.
It doesn't stop me that I'm 47. I feel very energetic. Yeah. I feel young. I want to be the Greek Michael Hearn.
Greek Michael Hearn. Is there another documentary coming out just about him now? I think there is.
From who?
I think Generation Iron made a movie about Michael Hearn.
About natty bodybuilding in general.
Okay.
But my last part was about if those competitions are really natty. This 5 minutes, and I told them that once upon a time there are two contenders of those shows, and they approached me 4 weeks before the show to tell me how we're gonna get rid and not get busted. So, come on.
Okay, so, well, we know, no, there are some genuine natural bodybuilders who have never used drugs, but there's a lot of liars too. Unfortunately, it's the way of the world. What are you gonna do? So anyway, doctor, we got some great questions. Let's get started, shall we? Number one, if I'm coming off a cycle and about to start PCT, is it all right to start an HGH cycle during my PCT, or should I wait until after the PCT? I believe there shouldn't be any problem, since the biological pathway of steroids and GH are different, and one should not interfere with the other. Also, is it true that HGH should be run for a minimum of 6 months to see results, any results? So,
well, first of all, it's true that it does not interfere hormonally, under hormonal pathways. So it doesn't suppress. It has anything to do with HPTA using GH. Of course, there is some GH axis, but it does not interfere with sex drive and this PCT. The point is, it's better to stack GH along with testosterone and steroids to have a synergistic effect. Now, for the sake of staying lean, and for fat burning reasons, you can use GH, but it's not going to have the same effect as you introduce it along with testosterone at least. So AAS and TRT are the best combo to use GH alongside. Now, growth hormone has to be used for a while. The point is, in order to see serious gains, apart from the dose that has to be over 4 IUs, pharma grade, and of course we expect an elevation of IGF-1, super physiological. Those new myocytes, the new muscle fibers that are being grown through hyperplastic phenomena, if this occurs, they need a window of 6 months in order to enlarge, like they enlarge under training, under nutrition and the supplementation and other AAS stimulus also. So perhaps the new muscle fibers need this window of 6 months in order to grow and swell, like to swell with steroids and with workouts, you know.
Interesting.
But hypothetically, we have the 50 muscle fibers become 100, you know, so we have kind of a permanent new muscle tissue, you know, that shrinks afterwards, but may also develop. So I assume, because the past 3 years I'm using GAs, pharma grade, that my rebound was tremendous after the COVID, because on purpose, during the quarantine, I mean, I stopped training. I had to, so I stopped eating too much and I did much of cardio, but I had the best rebound of my life, you know. And at this age, and also my joints don't hurt anymore, and I lift heavy, you know, and I have a considerable good muscle strength. But I guess my new muscle fibers that perhaps they were atrophied during the COVID period, this of 8 weeks, now they did this kind of rebound, you know. And I guess people tell me that I look better than in my 40s when I had my last comeback, you know. I don't know. I don't want to get on stage, but the point is,
maybe you will.
Never say never, but I guess that GH was the reason that I was reborn. You know, even though I'm not abusing steroids anymore, perhaps a little slide of Deca occasionally. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
your doses are very low. People, if people you're not all familiar, you use very, very low doses.
Yes, in order to see what's going on. Of course, if I want to step on gear, you know, and push it, you know, I can. But this guy has to think about save these J's for afterwards next time you get into the cycle, you know.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Next one says, if a guy is on TRT with HCG, is it okay to put both in the same syringe and inject them together? If so, would it be best to draw the testosterone into the syringe first, followed by the HCG, so that the HCG is the first to enter the injection site, or does it not matter? Wow.
No, it's better to separate them, the water and the oil, you know. So HCG comes either in a pen or in a water-based into the syringe.
Yeah.
And then you have the oil injection. Some people may mix it, but I don't think this is appropriate. We may mix oils together of similar esters.
Right.
I don't know. We may mix water together like suspension and windshield. Never done this before, but it has to be, you know, a common material. You know, oil and water is something different.
Yeah, I mean, I put like Test and Deca or Test and Trend in the same syringe. I've done that many years, no problems. But HCG, doctor, that's administered in IUs, right? Like an insulin syringe?
Yes.
So
Yes.
So if you're using a regular 3 ml syringe for your testosterone and you draw out, you know, let's say 1 ml of testosterone, then you're going to stick that into the HCG and try to get some tiny little amount. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah.
And
like
as far as
whistle, it's not appropriate, you know.
Right. But and then he says if you put the HCG in last, it's going to come in first, but it's all going to mix together inside the syringe anyway. Oh, well.
Why don't you wait one after the other?
Well, that's why we're here, doctor.
Spot, of course, huh?
That's why we have you to tell these people the best way to do these things. Next one is, for 600 milligrams of Deca, how much Caber someone should use, they should say, should someone use to avoid getting his prolactin too high? And should someone take Caber after the injection of Deca or the day before?
Well, you shouldn't speak hypothetically and follow a blind, you know, treatment. So first of all, we have to see the lab work and see how much is prolactin, and afterwards, also we can check out the symptoms if we have any sore nipple, if we have some erectile dysfunction or orgasmia, you know, and then so let's say by using 100 milligrams of Deca doesn't mean that you need necessarily 1 milligram of cabergoline. Hypothetically, yes, you may need some, but I've done blood work by using Deca, and my prolactin was fine, even though I was not using cabergoline, you know.
Yeah.
So better work with evidence, by evidence.
Yeah, this is like the AIs. A lot of people just take an AI for no reason, even though they don't really have high estrogen. They think, oh, well, I'm supposed to take Arimidex or whatever, so I'm going to. Okay. Next one is?
There was a situation in my office last Friday. There was a bodybuilder at national level. He wins the heavyweights, and he's thinking about now the super heavy. Guess how much his estradiol was? 600.
Is that a lot?
Oh, come on. It's 10 times higher the limit, It's up to 60. So he had no sore nipples. The point is he was kind of bloated, perhaps, yes. But this is crazy stuff. And so we had again another measurement, and I guess it was false of the laboratory, but it was 200. But even though at 200, I never measured anything such high before. Wow. He had no symptoms in the nipples, So it's not necessary to have symptoms, but sometimes you have to treat such cases by lowering estrogen into 50%, because too much and asymptomatic doesn't mean it's always healthy. So you had a case with Connor, 150 of estradiol, I think.
I think it was more than that. I can't remember, but I want to say it was like 200. I think I was close. I think so, yeah. It was alarming.
AI in your life? I mean, just in shows.
I did for a couple contests at the very end, like the last 4 weeks. That's it. I've never used them during a cycle, just, bulking or anything like that. But I never got gyno. Never.
Yes.
I don't
now,
think
people also remove the gland, yeah.
It's just the way my face looks. It's always been
when you use AIs, did you notice that you look drier in the face, less puffy?
I mean, it's hard to say because I was already dieted down so lean. My face was lean anyway, but yeah, so I can't really say. Yeah.
Okay.
But wow, so he did not have 600. It was actually 200?
He had 200, yes. Oh. But still, this is not something low,
Right, but 600 would have been like the world record or something, right? Okay. Next question, doctor. Is it okay to use DHEA after a cycle? I was always under the impression that DHEA blocked fertility, hence affecting your free testosterone.
It elevates free testosterone by lowering SHBG as an androgen. Yeah. Also, it's beneficial to the immune system and to CNS with cognitive function. But I don't think it affects that much fertility that it might slightly suppress HPDA as a mild androgen. However, it's a secondary androgen coming from adrenals, not even from the testicles,
Gotcha.
So you may use it afterwards as an enhancement, of your libido, not serious performance enhancement. Yeah. And usually I stack it with Proviron for people that they lack of sex drive, but not has any serious effect on the sperm production. Perhaps on LH and some endogenous testosterone, but I guess it's a must after the age of 40.
Yeah, I never used it until maybe about a month ago. I started, basically because you kept talking about it all the time. I said I better get on. It's cheap. It's not that expensive.
It's cheap, and it's allowed there because in Europe it's different, the rules,
Yeah, we get it. I think we get it at Costco, so anybody can walk in there and get it. Okay, gyno questions. We love gyno questions because gyno sucks. I've gotten a little gyno hump, and I wonder what the doctor thinks is the best solution for it. I've tried adding Arimidex every other day, but no result. I'm waiting to get some letrozole this week and try that. I've been on, I don't know if this is right, doctor. He says, I've been on 500 milligrams test every other day, which would be
2,000.
Be like 3,000 a week. Yeah, if you're doing it every other day, right?
It's 4 times a week. It's 2,000, yes.
No, every other day. So like Monday, Wednesday. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, my math is. And 450 milligrams Deca every other day.
And he uses 2.5 letrozole every day.
He didn't say how much letrozole, but he says took my last Deca shot Monday, and I will now use tests only a couple weeks and then go on my cruise. I've had the gyno for 2 to 3 weeks, so he wants to know how to get rid of the gyno without surgery. Basically,
I guess Noltex is more promising to the gyno which is established rather than the aromatase inhibitors. But if it doesn't go with Noltex and he's using, of course, letrozole, I think he should go to surgery.
Yeah. I mean, once it in your experience, if somebody's already got gyno,
now check out prolactin, all right? Check out prolactin too.
check his prolactin. But if you have gyno already, if it's just starting, can Novadex get rid of it, reverse it?
Yes,
Yeah.
occasionally it can, yes, after 1 week.
Okay, cool. Next question, doctor. Have you seen a real difference between HRT alone and HRT with DHEA and pregnenolone? What are the best doses of DHEA and pregnenolone?
Well, 50 milligrams of each, that's what I'm using, plus 50 milligrams of Proviron. This is a good stack of HRT along with TRT.
Yeah.
So this 4 androgens, you know.
So it's much better than just doing the test, 200 milligrams of test a week.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's a good question, doctor. Is it better to buy protein powder while on cycle or buy more food with that money?
By far, I invest in food.
Yeah, come on, guys. You can't beat food. I get people all the time. I say, you need to eat like 5-6 times a day. They go, well, yeah, I have like 4 shakes a day and I eat twice. I'm like, no.
It's so delicious for boys, for girls, They like like candy stores. But you cannot grow on that, and you don't feed your body with a shake. In 30 minutes it goes to the bathroom, then you're still hungry.
Food, guys. You got to eat.
Even a meal replacement has just the spectrum of vitamins, some EFAs, some carbs, of course, but nothing beats food.
Yeah.
You have to chew all the time.
That's why you got that strong jaw. Look at that jaw. Okay. Now, does NPP, nandrolone phenylpropionate, cause less water retention than Deca? So he's talking about the regular standard Deca and the long-acting Deca.
Yes, it's like the propionate testosterone. So all kind of testosterone are aromatized, and nandrolone, of course, is mild estrogenic. But it means that it gets rid of the system fast, so there are less chances in order to develop aromatization. Of course, Deca is less aromatized than testosterone, but we use it NPP in order to show it, of course, more frequent, but it doesn't stays more than 48 hours in the system.
Yeah.
You have to consider though that nandrolone decanate or even phenylpropionate stimulates aldosterone. That means you have water retention even from that. It's something basic. So you have the estrogens, but you have also the aldosterone. This is how steroids work. Besides that, they flush water into the muscle by this mechanism.
So
like
NPP will still make you puffy in the face, just like regular Deca.
Not that much, because it stops working after 2 days.
Yeah, but then
now, if you use NPP once a week, you're gonna get rid of it in 2 days, and then you're not gonna have anything in your system.
Yeah.
So you have to produce it again.
Well, some people love injecting. It's fun for them. Here we go. What should the ideal range of SHBG be for a man on TRT?
Well, this varies. It's between 20 and 80. Now the mid-range is 40, but the point is the highest is HBG, the lowest is the free testosterone. This has a benefit that the lower the free testosterone, the less conversion to estrogen. But on the other hand, there will be less sex drive. So either you have a low SHBG and good sex drive plus estrogens, or not. All right. So if you have trouble and issues with aromatization, you have to pin every day in order to avoid crashing SHBG and spiking of free testosterone. In this way, SHBG will go up to 40, for instance, unless you have a liver inflammation or you follow keto diet that goes up to 80 and 100. And then no matter what your total testosterone is, you're not going to feel anything because your free testosterone is tanked, it's zero, it's low. But if you inject once a week a large dose, you're going to crash the HCG, spike free testosterone, feel fantastic for the following 3 days, but you're going to feel some trough levels and low levels the 2 days before. But in this way, you may also notice some spiking in estrogens,
Yeah.
So it's all about what you want. Of course, there are people that have not access to Proviron like the USA. So they have to administer something else in order to crash on SHBG and liberate more free testosterone, apart from injecting every Monday,
Yeah.
So It's multifactorial. What you want to do, you know,
Yeah.
what your goals are. Now you can lower SHBG also with a large dose, but you can elevate the SHBG by eating twice a day. You know, skipping meals.
Oh no, bad news. I'm not going. I don't. Let's not recommend that. That's terrible. You're going to lose all their gains.
Personally, I like my SHBG to be low in order to have an active and a good free testosterone and feel energetic. You know.
Yeah.
If my free testosterone is suppressed, then it's like a lion in the cave. You know.
So that's why you do every day. Just like, was it 25 milligrams of test a day that
I
you
do
do?
every day. Listen, I have also provider. In Greece, we have provider, so it doesn't. It's no problem. The point is, the reason I'm shooting every day is like refilling my batteries every morning. You know, so I get my dose and I feel good.
Right on.
Perhaps it's psychological, but listen, I don't have any fluctuations. No matter what day I take the blood, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to be all the same because every day. So there's no spike. Now, perhaps every other day when I want to lower my dose, but it's different than using once a week, you know.
Yeah.
And waiting for the next day for the next injection, you know, like hell, you know.
Imagine that, because a lot of guys in the U.S., if they're on TRT, they'll do a shot on a Monday or something. I'm sure by like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're starting to really crash. And they still have
I want my dose back again, you know. I feel like junkies, you know.
Got to wait till Monday. Well, you don't, guys. You don't have to wait. You can split up your doses. It's okay.
The cream, it works the same, you know. Every day you apply your cream, you know, like you take your medication.
The androgel I used to use, that stuff was fun.
The patches, yeah.
Gave me a rash. Here we go. I noticed the moment I increased my TRT from 125 milligrams to 250 milligrams per week, I can eat higher amounts of calories without getting fat as easy. What is your opinion on this, doctor?
Well, this is absolutely correct because androgens stimulate beta oxidation. And apart from this, you build more fat that burns calories, you know. So he almost doubled his dose, and it sounds reasonable that he's going to look leaner, even though he gets more estrogens, you know. Yeah. But it's also part of the diet. But more testosterone, that's why I'm telling guys to use testosterone always as a basis for the cycles. Because, of course, you start off your axis, but without testosterone, you're gonna lack of several benefits. You know, testosterone is both anabolic and androgenic and has many advantages. It's not toxic. You know, nothing can beat testosterone because it mimics the natural production. So if you just use anabolics and no testosterone, you're gonna suck during the cycle.
Yeah, we won't argue. We'll argue about it some other show. But there are people who think you should do TRT with Deca only, no test.
We said that before. Nothing beats testosterone. Testosterone has the perfect ratio, 1-to-1. First of all, it's the natural product. It's the hormone that the organs produce itself. Deca is a synthetic derivative. You know, you can live without Deca, but you cannot live hypogonadic without T.
That's why we say we're always saying.
Yeah.
Test is best. That's the
yes,
best.
I mean, Deca does not produce the amount of estrogens or the amount of DHT. Deca is reduced to DHN. We need DHT to get horny, you know, to get sexually aroused, to have a sharp mind, to be a male ego, you know.
Yeah. I don't think Deca is going to cut it, guys. We won't argue about it, guys. Don't bother. Let's save it for another show. But that's for future reference, guys. Last question: can supplements like DIM, you're gonna have to tell me what DIM is. DIM, I don't even know.
Yes, it's in broccoli. It's an antiestrogenic agent. Yes, it's a supplement.
Okay, so can supplements like DIM and calcium D-glucarate help to control estrogen on a testosterone dose of 250 milligrams per week?
No, that's a lot. But you can add also 50 milligrams of zinc that has mild antiestrogenic effect. And creatine also, which was a notorious pro-lab supplement during the 90s. Yeah, that have a slight. Do you remember Novadex by Gaspari? Novadex, not Novadex.
It was Nova, yeah, without the L.
Yeah, it was antiestrogenic with creatine, I think.
Yeah.
So yes, all this together they may have a synergistic effect, but not at 250. You know, that's a lot of things.
Okay, cool. That's all our questions for this week, Doctor. Yeah, buddy. Our last show for July. And guys, Tuesday, Dr. T Tuesdays on musculardevelopment.com. We have these videos posted up on YouTube and on our website, and also a new article by the doctor every week.
Training,
What do you,
it's about training.
training?
Body
Okay, good.
workout, you know, yes.
So we got all the drug info here, guys. Now we need to learn how to train too. Very important. Yeah. So, who's your prediction for Tampa Pro? Who's going to win?
I don't know who's competing. Sorry. Is it Dexter?
No, Dexter's not doing it. The main two guys for the Open that everyone's talking about are Ian Valliere from Canada. He was third last year behind Dexter and Luke Sando. And Hunter Labrada, Lee Labrada's son, is looking amazing.
That's for Labrada, yes. Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah.
He holds so much muscle. He's packed muscle, you know.
And in the 212 division, it's going to be the first 212 show for George de Bull Peterson.
Yeah, he's good. He did a great rebound, you know.
Oh, he's
big. Yes.
And his waist stayed very small, so I'm very interested to see how he does. It's going to be a good show.
You know, yes.
Yeah, you have to stay away from. Everyone's gonna have to stay away from each other at the show, though. They have to wear masks until they get on stage.
Really?
Not on stage, but until they get on. Yeah, Tim Gardner made a post with all the rules and regulations the state is making us follow.
Only the first, qualifies.
Yeah, this is since the Arnold. This is the first show you can qualify for the Olympia.
Yeah, I mean only the first, only the winner.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Again? No.
Yeah. Well, you can get points, so there'll still be, the point system. People can get to the Olympia that way, but yeah, for now it's not going to be top and they haven't said anything about doing like top 3 at the shows or anything like that. I think it's still going to be the winners and then just points for everybody else.
What is it? The weekend?
Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday. It takes 2 days because it's 11 different divisions. This is the first pro wellness show I've ever seen. I've never seen wellness. Just to see how that goes. Interesting. Cool. Well, that's it. Guys, I want to remind you can check out those 2 books by the doctor on Amazon.com. Got that one, Train Nutrition, Supplementation, and Bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Available on Amazon. Also, plenty of info on the doctor's own website, gtoul.com, in Greek and English. Plenty of info there. Doctor, we appreciate you sharing all this information and experience and knowledge with everybody.
For August, we have the major injectable and oral steroid profiles, 4 pages in MD. 3,000, my article, yes.
Is that the one that the September, or the issue we were just talking about with Terrence Ruffin on the cover? The August issue?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my largest article ever.
Wow. Good job. Wow. Excellent. I haven't got my issue yet. It should come in the mail today. The mail is taking forever these days, guys. What is going on with these postal workers? Speed it up, guys. Come on. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Doctor. Appreciate you taking the time to do this once again. And everybody, thanks for watching. We appreciate your viewership. Please subscribe to the channel. And please hit the bell so you know when we put out new videos. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Ask Dr. Testosterone. We'll see you next time.